Ow.
What's up, everyone? Punchy back with Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 3. Still gotta get used to that. Higurashi. Last time, we had a fantastic dinner cooked by Satoko, also with Rika. It was an adorable exchange where this Punchy first hears about Satoshi, but we get a little more in-depth with it. Like, she thinks Satoshi just left. Like, I mean, I think everyone thinks that except for the people who we know. Well, I guess we don't really know much, but yeah, we really just don't know much about Satoshi. And they just left. So I ended up not needing to escort them. I saw Satoko and Rika-chan to the gate. Thanks a lot for today. Thanks to you, I got a good cultural dinner. If Satoko hadn't come, Punchy would be growling and yowling right now. Truly, it's really good that we came. They really saved me. I gave them another bow filled with gratitude. Oh yes, I put the rice and side dishes into a container, so use that for your bento tomorrow. And for breakfast, you can eat some bread and jam. This is, she's, also talked about before, she's kind of like projected like the brotherly, sisterly feel to Punchy to take care of them. So that's, I'm assuming that's going to be the main theme for this. Strawberry jam and peanut butter were in your refrigerator on the middle shelf to the right. Cocoa powder, too, was in the upper right door of the cupboard. I know that. If you don't have to go into detail. I was about to say that, but I decided to humbly listen to her. Well, we were mean to her, and she was kind enough to make us dinner. It was then that I finally realized that Satoko, who appeared to be in a bad mood, was in fact in a great one, just like Rika-chan had said. And that, though, she nagged a lot. She was very kind. Then, good night. Make sure to brush your teeth before you go to bed. You have to do it for at least 5 minutes. Got it, Satoko. I'll brush my teeth and make breakfast for tomorrow. And I'll be sure not to forget the bento. You need to wake up earlier than usual, or you won't be able to get your breakfast or bento ready. Got it? If you like, I can give you a call a little earlier to wake you up instead of using your alarm clock. You don't have to go that far. I'll set my alarm clock to wake me up a little early. Thanks for being so concerned about me. Satoko looked like she had more fault-finding to do, but she stopped and, leaving me with a good night, got on her bike and disappeared down the nighttime road. Rika-chan went to do the same, but then remembered something and came back. What's wrong, Rika-chan? Did you forget something? Punchy, you get 100 points for today. Clap. I don't know if she's actually clapping, but clap, clap, clap. Rika-chan suddenly complimented me. She clapped her small hands. What was she on about? I didn't do anything worthy of praise, did I? I nearly burned down the house, after all. Satoko probably felt like her Nini had come home. I think she was having a lot of fun. Once in a while, I want you to go along with Satoko's scolding in the future. Are you telling me to be like an older brother so that she could scold? Oh, are you telling me to be like an older brother that she can scold instead of Satoshi? Rika-chan didn't say anything. She just smiled and went all Nipa. Oh, I forgot who said it. I'm probably gonna comment later while the video's processing, but so is like Nipa her just like her common catchphrase or something? Because like you guys said, we've never heard it. No, this is the first time we've heard it so far. This Satoshi person, he is such a great little sister, so what was he unhappy about? If I were Satoshi, I would never have run away from home. Satoshi had his own circumstances, I'm sure. I didn't know what he was unhappy with. But whatever the reason, it was no excuse for abandoning Satoko. I hope he comes back soon. I probably can't play the role of her actual Nini forever, you know? It's okay. You are just like Satoshi today. Please do it again sometime. If that's what would make Satoko happy, I'd take on this easy role whenever I needed to. Rika! Satoko stopped her bike under a distant exterior light and called out to her friend, who wasn't coming no matter how long she waited. Okay, I have to go. Good night. Yeah, night. I can't replace Satoshi, but Punchy could do it. That's one less piece of baggage I need to shoulder. Leaving me with that, Rika-chan sped off on her bike. She rode up next to Satoko, then the two of them disappeared in the blink of an eye. Satoshi. Seriously, come back soon, got it? If you come home really late, I'll punch you right in the nose. Let's try our best until that day comes, Satoko. Even if I could no longer hear the sounds of their bicycles, I stood there for a while, seeing them off. That was a nice chapter. Really enjoyed that. Cause the thing was like, I mean, with Shien coming in, it was weird. It was like, it was new, different. With Rena showing her demon side, that was crazy. But this one is something that we previously have known about. Like, Shien came out of nowhere for us and everything. Alright, is this the first tip? I don't remember. I think so. Oh, I didn't even read the name of it. I think it's Satoko's Trap Course? I know one thing for sure. Satoko could fend off an entire army division by holding up in this mountain. I know all about it. Satoko was one of the Soviet military advisors that gave training on traps to that one country. Stop saying weird things. Somebody help me! How did it come to this? What traps did we fall for? And how did we fall for them? Mine was caught in a profusely thin pitfall she couldn't escape from, and only her head was poking above the ground. Rena's head was completely covered by a tin bucket. She was squirming around in a vain attempt to remove it. Either of these were really funny, but that's where it ended. At least they had their feet on the ground. Punchy-chan, what about you? Think you can get out of that? Hurry up and get out so you can save this old man. You're the one who should be breaking out and saving me, Neon. What do you expect me to do in this freaking bamboo mat? I was wrapped up in a bamboo mat, hanging 2 meters above the ground. Jeez, creaky chair. What was this trap and how did I fall into it? Huh? It was Satoko. This all started when they suggested that I was unfamiliar with nature, having grown up in this city, and proposed a little exploration on the mountain. But Rena doesn't really know how it is back there either. Rena might get lost. How? The mountain out back, huh? I played there a lot when I was little, but I haven't gone there for years. If you get lost out there, things can get pretty dangerous. You can lead the mountain to us. The whole thing is our playground. Isn't that right, Rika? Meow. Oh, I see. How reassuring. We'll defer to you two this time and have you two be our tour guides. Wait, Punchy-kun. Summer vacation guidebook says not to play on the mountain because you'll get lost. It isn't summer vacation yet, so it's alright. We know the path, so there's no need to worry. The mountain has always been our playground, our backyard. We know all the secret paths and shortcuts. Yes, both Satoko and Rika-chan knew the path like the back of their hands. Thanks to them, we had our fill of fresh air, gorgeous views, and Mother Nature, the likes of which you could never see in the village. But things got strange partway through. Oh, yes, everyone, I have something to say. From here on, you must follow exactly where I go. Huh? What are you talking about all of a sudden? It would be safer to do as Satoko says. Oh, my. Hey, Michan, look at this. What is it? Should I pull it? Should I? Suddenly, squeak, crash! When Rena pulled the kite string, a bundle of bamboo spears fastened to a tree branch came raining down with a clatter right next to where Rena was standing. Wah! Wah! What is this? What? Yeah! That brings back memories. Satoko made this trap in the second semester of 2nd grade. That was a close one. The tips of the spears are covered in dog poop, so if one of them hurts you, the wound will start to fester. Holy crap. Or dog crap, Jesus. What? When did this turn into freaking Vietnam? According to Satoko and Rika-chan, earlier in elementary school, Satoko had been on a trap making craze and set them up along every inch of this mountain. Punchy-kun, maybe they didn't tell us not to go on the mountain because we'd get lost, but because it was dangerous? Mian and I both nodded wholeheartedly at Rena's hypothesis. Come, now. We are hurrying on ahead. If we do not return soon, it will get dark. If it gets dark, it may even become dangerous for me. But you're the one who brought us to this crazy mountain! Why was an average healthy Japanese boy like me being forced to deal with this life-threatening booby traps? And then, the very moment Satoko and Rika-chan got just out of sight was when the three of us all got caught in nice little traps together. Someone get me out! I have to go to the bathroom! Never mind that. Somebody get this. Oh, so it sound like somebody get this bucket off me. I can't see in front of you. But I don't know. That's too garbled for you guys to hear. How? Wait, Rena, don't struggle around so much. I can see your panties. How? You saw? You saw? Punchy-kun, you saw? How? Smash, crash. I think a lot of punches happening. Of course, you can see them. Maybe in a bucket, but you can definitely. Wow. Bucket Rena was using him as a sandbag, and Mian was crying. You can't get out of the pitfall? How sad, how sad. Jeez, didn't I already tell you all? You weren't supposed to leave my side. I finally had an epiphany. Satoko had been so bent on taking everyone out to the mountain because she wanted to brag about all the traps she'd set up here over the years. You could have just stopped at showing them to us. I didn't need to experience how it felt firsthand. Rika-chan pets our three heads in sequence, in an incredibly satisfied mood. Well, I guess no one was really getting in the traps, or no adults because no one really goes back there, so maybe they just felt like they needed someone, or 3 people to use them on. Alright, end of chapter 1. Let's see what's going on, maybe with Satoshi? I thought he was deemed away though. I feel like that was from like the first chapter. Okay. Anyway, lunchtime has finally arrived. Mian gleefully announced the beginning of lunch. Oh ho ho ho! Lunchtime at last. Someone here will have to play the punishment game, yes? How? The punishment this time, it's a little scary, so... Sorry, but Rena went all out making her bento. In Rena's case, I didn't think she'd lose even if she wasn't taking it seriously. Meep. We tried our hardest too. Satoko and Rika-chan made separate lunches today? Usually you have the same bento, but that won't do for the showdown today, will it? Yes, it's quite alright. Rika and I made sure to make separate ones. Wow, Satoko and Rika-chan both tried really hard. How exciting! What's a little surprising is that Punchy-chan was able to make a bento. Good job, Punchy-chan. It looks like you really can do it if you try. I scratched my head and gave her a dry smile. My bento today had been made entirely by Satoko last night. It had none of my personality, so there wasn't anything here that they could praise me for. What does Punchy-kun's bento look like? How? I can't wait to see. Don't expect too much. It's just the leftover rice and side dishes from last night. Leftovers are the foundation of bentos. Are they really? I feel like I always just spend so much time making my lunch, but... Huh. Oh ho ho ho! Now we'll know your dinner last night too. We'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Aw, they're covering up for me. That's new? Was it really better to hide the fact that Satoko came over and made dinner last night? Well, of course it was. If I revealed that I didn't make my own bento, I'd be sure to end up playing the punishment game. Today's punishment game was to stand right in front of the curry maniac Chi-sensei and say bad things about curry. It wasn't too different from telling someone to jump out of a 100th story window. It was exactly the same as telling someone to die. But Michan, how will we decide who wins and loses the bento showdown? Punchy-kun made his own too, so maybe we should call it a draw for today? We could do that. The punishment game yesterday was sort of a whip to encourage Punchy-san to cook for himself, after all. Mean won't allow that. And Punchy made his own too, so it's a draw. My simple bento from last night's leftovers could never have stood up to everyone else's bento that they made to win. I fully understand Satoko and Rika-chan's concern for me as they tried to end the showdown peaceably. However, the club president, Miin Sonozaki, would not be convinced by something like that. Yeah, we knew that. That's just how Miin is. I wonder why you're all so optimistic. Leaving one of our showdowns in such a gray area is out of the question. Now that we've clashed, we must settle the score. Reconciling a draw only happens in the Yakuza world. And that's the world that she rules. I knew you'd say that. There's no way you'd end it that way with your battle lust. This was bad. At this rate, I was sure to be the sole loser. But, well, I didn't make this bento after all. Maybe I need to resign myself from my inevitable loss. Oops. Drop my phone. Okay, me. How are we going to decide who wins? It won't be fair if we grade each other's. Let's do an open judgment. Okay, everyone, assemble. Mian commanded everyone, who had just started eating, using her club president voice. Come and judge our 5 bento. Write your favorite 3 on a piece of paper and submit it. How could that be enough for the entire class? Everyone in the class was used to being dragged into Mian's club activities. Yeah! Came the energetic voices from here and there. Everyone already knew that the showdown this time involved an utterly fatal punishment game. And they were all very interested in what would happen to whoever lost. Of course, they wanted the thrill of seeing something terrifying. Okay, everyone ready? Then I'll go first, alright? Ta-da! In exaggerated fashion, Mian pulled the lid off her multi-tiered, ornate bento box. Multiple cheers of joy erupted at the brilliant sight. That's amazing! It's just like New Year's food. It can't be. It has to be a lie. She must have switched the contents with the catered bento. Sure, such purely Japanese cooking. Mian sounds like you couldn't possibly make this. Nope, this is easy for Michan if she gets serious. She almost never gets serious though. Cool. Just who do you think this old man is? Given enough time and ingredients, I could even reproduce the Manchu Han Imperial Feast. Cool. What's that? The entire classroom gulped audibly. And everyone wrote down a score on the note paper in their hands simultaneously. It made sense. Just the visual impact would give her a perfect score. Alright, let's see, Rena's next. Rena's really good at cooking too. Rena's bento is always like a flower arrangement. Ahahaha. Thanks everyone. I'll reveal my bento now. Rena's bento was a beautiful mix of the 2 colors of egg and minced meat, and it, too, was a bento staple. The Soboro bento. She had been thorough with the side dishes as well, and they were abundant in number. She had spent more time than usual on it, but it was unassuming and truly nonchalant. One couldn't ignore the household warmth in it that Mian's bento lacked. If I may say, you've done it again. This should get quite a high score. I should have known. I may look rigid, but there isn't anything to deduct points from. Amazing, as always. Once again, every one of the judges wrote a score on their note paper at the same time. There seemed to be some who were revising their opinions when they compared it to Mian's score, too. The whole classroom seemed split between Mian and Rena. And on everyone's face it was clear that they all wanted to be tasting them rather than scoring them. Then we'll be next. Yes, I will now reveal mine. Come to think of it, Satoko and Rika-chan ate with me last night at my house. It was impressive that they still made a bento. Both of their bentos were clearly lacking compared to Mian's artfulness and Rena's perfection. However, because of that, you could sense from them how hard they worked. The toppings were a little on the rough side, but you could still feel they tried their hardest. It made you feel a little biased, so that you'd give them more points. A few people struck by just that once again revised their opinions and wrote in scores on their notepaper. Satoko, Rika-chan, you both made really good bentos today. They might not measure up to Rena or Mian's craftsmanship, but when you think about that, they're pretty amazing. Satoko and Rika-chan glanced at each other and grinned happily. This is a secret, okay? What? When Satoko told me, I broke off from the others and secretly looked for my classmates' bento boxes. There, Tomita-kun and Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun's bento boxes. I took a quick peek inside and... half of the contents were missing. Not bad. In the end, Satoko and Rika-chan hadn't made bento today. That's amazing. A bold move, they got Tomitake-kun and Okamura-kun to share their bentos with them. Oh, the good boys. Hey, Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, how did they buy you out? What are you saying, Maibara-san? When did we get bought out? For what? Yeah, that's right. It's not like we traded them our duty watering the garden for half our bentos. Curse you, Satoko. What an impudent trick. Satoko grinned, showing her fang-like canines, and laughed in triumph. Oh, this is only something I learned from you, Punchy-san. Oh ho ho ho! Got you, Punchy. Yes, oh ho ho! How naive. Buying them out with watering duty alone. They're men. If you're going to buy them out, you need to use something a lot spicier than that. For example, like giving them 3 tickets to walk with Satoko and Rika-chan around like dogs all day, with them all on 4s wearing tails and leashes around their necks. Punchy, that's very oddly specific. Whoa, that might be enough to get me to do anything? As I was lost in my wild fantasies, Mian clapped me on the shoulder and called me back to reality. Damn, you were just getting good. Punchy, calm yourself. You're at school, dude. Alright, next up is Punchy-chan's bento. We're all hoping for something pretty great because of your declaration yesterday, but how did it really turn out? Punchy-kun can do it if he needs to. Brendan was really excited for today. They're all looking forward to it. But it's really just leftovers from dinner last night. I didn't even make it either. How was that supposed to stand up to me and Brenna and the others? That's it. Feast your eyes on this! Ha! I tore the lid off my bento box. There weren't very many cheers. Well, I guess there wouldn't be. Ahahaha! Punchy-kun, you tried your hardest too. Rena can tell how hard you worked. Rena, don't feel like you need to compliment me. How did this happen? Was Punchy-san actually a hard worker after all? Cuckoo. Well, I mean, I want to acknowledge how hard you tried, but for this showdown, it doesn't matter. Cuckoo. Mian's cold, mean laugh. It was like it spoke for everyone's opinion, just like that. Punchy-kun did really well considering it was his first challenge, you know? I think maybe everyone should rate his a little higher. But for the showdown, it doesn't matter. Cuckoo. Alright, Punchy-chan. If you have any last words before you tell up the results, I'll listen to them now. Cuckoo. What did you mean by last words? I mean that you might be hoping for a few extra points if you appealed somehow to the crowd. Cuckoo. After all, for today's showdown, you just need to avoid coming in last. If you do well enough, then maybe you'll be able to worm out of the punishment game. Oh ho ho! You are implying that Punchy-san's bento is going to take last place, aren't you? No, this old man wasn't trying to say anyone's bento came in last or anything. Cuckoo. Mian cackled repulsively. In contrast, Satoko's smile was growing somewhat awkward. Oh, right. His bento was filled with last night's side dishes. That means it was basically a bento that Satoko made. And Mian outright said it would come in last place. Oh. Mii-chan, aren't you being a little mean? Poor Punchy-kun. Rena, Punchy-chan knew he couldn't lose today's bento showdown beforehand, didn't he? He did all that grandstanding yesterday? Well aware of that. I don't think there's any reason to go easy on him, do you? Right, Satoko? Yes, you are right. And he came here with this mess. It makes me laugh. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, poor Satoko. Wait, Satoko-chan, you can't laugh at him. But that bento's just so ridiculous I can't help but laugh. These side dishes look like they were bought from a shop. It's really disillusioning. Look, this one was just taken out of a can, wasn't it? This cucumber isn't cut cleanly, like the knife didn't go all the way through. Punchy-chan, you never used a knife, did you? Your lack of experience is apparent. Oh, this is rough for Satoko. Oh, I feel so bad. No, this goes beyond a simple lack of experience. The presentation is fairly monotonous as well. It's almost a shock to see such a lack of taste. Ah ha 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 ha! It was my first experience putting food in a bento box, so of course it's not going to look too good. Punchy-chan, there's a bigger problem than how you put it into the box. Tomita, Okamura, explain, please. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun were chosen from our many underclassmen. Tomita-kun quickly adjusted his glass and took a step forward. Oh, okay, well, before we get to any more destroying of poor Satoko's lunchbox, we're gonna cut it there. Oh, I feel so bad. I mean, she's like, I guess trying to go along with Mion, so she's like insulting her own bento. I feel really bad. Anyway, video's a little long today, but you know, whatever. I'm really enjoying the story of this one. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.